2.
Hello there, my name is Dr. Marcy Zwelling, and I'm going to talk to you about, well, the topic that comes to my office the most often. Doc, I need to lose weight. Let's talk about diets and all of the misinformation that's out there. This is going to be a multi-part talk. This is dieting, part 1. So, what's in food? What's it all about? Instead of looking at food as a pyramid, as the government would have you do, or as a plate of colored glop, let's look at food as nutrition. There are 3 major kinds of nutritional products. The first, carbohydrate. The second, protein. And the third, fat. Let's talk about carbohydrate, protein, and fat briefly. First of all, carbohydrate. Those are sugars and starches. You know them as fruit. You know them as vegetables for the most part. Now, mind you, most foods have a little bit of carbohydrate, a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat. We're going to talk about that in future subjects. But right now, what is a carbohydrate? A carbohydrate is a 6-carbon sugar. Pure and simple, a 6-carbon sugar. When you absorb a carbohydrate, you cannot absorb any carbohydrate except as a single 6-carbon sugar, glucose, fructose, galactose. In fact, when you drink milk, for instance, and some of you cannot drink milk, that is because you do not have an enzyme that breaks apart, that lactose, that breaks apart the 6-carbon elements, and so you cannot absorb that carbohydrate and you get diarrhea. So, carbohydrate, a 6-carbon sugar, pure and simple. Secondly, what is a protein? A protein is made up of a nitrogenous product, nitrogen. And it is also made up of what looks like carbohydrate products. In fact, carbohydrates and proteins can go back and forth. The liver is instrumental in taking proteins from our body and turning them into carbohydrates for nutrition's sake. Proteins are things that you usually see: meat, fish, eggs, cheese, and the like. Again, we'll talk about the specifics later. Fats. Fats are triglycerides, 3 glycerides. 3 fatty substances all put together. They come in a variety of lengths, and you've heard of them called trans fats, and you've heard monosaturated and polysaturated, etc. This has to do with some special enzymatic bonding. It has nothing to do with calories, nothing to do with calories. Now, we're going to talk about calories really quick in this first part. As I said, carbohydrate and protein are interchangeable. They each 4 calories per gram. However, when you eat a protein, the protein is actually about 6.5 calories per gram, but it takes about 2.5 calories for the body to enzymatically digest all that protein into basic amino acids. When you utilize it, it is 4 calories per gram. Fats, 9 calories per gram. That's why everyone has always talked about low-fat diets. They think that fats are bad because they're more caloric. What you'll learn in future subjects is that just ain't so. It's not about low-fat diets, it's actually about low-carbohydrate diets. We'll get to that in a moment, but for right now, you need to know carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Everything is made up of carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Period. The end. It is not about anything else. Do not worry about trans fats for now. Do not worry about anything else except carbohydrate, protein, and fat. And when you look at the back of a product, you need to look at how much carbohydrate, protein, and fat that they have and when you go to the store. And in our next subject, we're going to talk about how much of this stuff you need. Simple and sweet?
Mm-hmm.